Welcome back. Today we're doing a deep dive into Psalm 108. It's quite a text, takes you on a real journey.
Oh, absolutely. It kicks off with just this incredible, unwavering sense of purpose, praise.
Right, no hesitation. My heart is steadfast, O God.
Exactly. I will sing and make music with all my soul. It's this deep commitment decided right from the start, even before the day breaks.
And they're like really going for it. Awake, harp and lyre, I will awaken the dawn.
Yeah, can you imagine that?
Okay.
Actually telling your instruments, telling the dawn to wake up for worship.
It's definitely not quiet time. It's this full-on enthusiastic thing.
And what's really striking is who it's for, not just a private moment.
No, they say it clearly. I will praise you, O Lord, among the nations.
I will sing of you among the peoples. So this is intended to be like public, global even.
And the why behind it all is right there, too. It's about God's character, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. For great is your love, higher than the heavens, your faithfulness reaches to the skies. That massive scale of God's love and reliability, that's the reason.
That's the foundation for this huge public praise.
And it all builds up, really, to this grand plea. Be exalted, O God, above the heavens.
And let your glory be over all the earth. From personal resolve to this universal vision.
Yeah, a cosmic scale.
Okay, so we have this amazing start. High praise, steadfast heart. But then
Again, things shift.
thematically.
Right.
Yeah.
It gets really interesting because, well, the tone changes completely. It becomes this urgent petition.
It really does. And that tension is, well, it's fascinating. You go from that soaring praise straight into save us and help us with your right hand.
That those you love may be delivered. It's sudden. A direct cry for rescue. Makes you wonder, what happened?
Exactly. What prompted this immediate need right after declaring such certainty?
And then there's this moment of real vulnerability that comes out. It's kind of surprising.
Yeah, that part where it sounds like they're wrestling with feeling maybe abandoned.
Is it not you, O God, you who have rejected us and no longer go out with our armies? That's raw. It is. It's voicing this really painful feeling of being left behind right after praising God's sky-high love. It shows, that faith isn't always simple. It can involve these hard questions.
But here's the next twist. Right after saying that, feeling potentially rejected.
The psalmist doesn't look for human solutions. Not at all.
Instead, they declare, give us aid against the enemy, for the help of man is worthless. Think about that timing.
Right. Immediately after expressing that doubt or hurt, the conclusion isn't, I need to find someone else to help. It's, only God can help. Human effort is futile here.
It doubles down on divine reliance, even when feeling let down. It's a profound statement about dependence.
And it seems like that absolute reliance gets an answer, because the text says God has spoken from his sanctuary.
Yeah, and what God says directly addresses that feeling of abandonment, that need for victory, powerful, specific promises.
God basically reasserts his total control, his sovereignty, especially over these key places.
In triumph, I will parcel out Shechem and measure off the valley of Succoth.
Gilead is mine, Manasseh is mine, Ephraim is my helmet, Judah my scepter. These aren't just random names.
No, they're significant locations. Shechem, Succoth in the Promised Land, Gilead, Manasseh across the Jordan, Ephraim, Judah representing major tribal power.
Is God saying, this is all mine, I'm in charge here?
Yeah.
A direct counter to the feeling of being left behind in battle.
And the way God talks about dealing with enemies, wow, it's vivid.
Very vivid and very culturally specific. Moab is my wash basin.
Meaning like utter contempt, used for the dirtiest job.
Upon Edom, I toss my sandal, which was a symbol of claiming ownership almost disdainfully.
Right, like marking territory you completely dominate. Over Philistia, I shout in triumph. Just absolute victory declared.
It's his picture of complete divine power taking over, God achieving the victory, not human armies.
And it answers that earlier question, doesn't it? Who will bring me to the fortified city? Who will lead me to Edom?
Precisely. God basically says, I will. God claims Edom, promises the triumph. The psalmist's confidence gets rebuilt, not because things had changed yet,
but because they've recentered entirely on God's word and power. It brings it back around to that idea.
The help of man is worthless, leading straight into that final certain statement.
With God, we will gain the victory, and he will trample down our enemies.
Quite a journey in one psalm.
So wrapping this up for you listening, we've seen this move from unwavering praise, very public, based on God's huge character,
Through this really honest moment of feeling maybe rejected or left behind.
only to land on this declaration that human help is useless and all hope has to be in God's power and his promises.
And it ends not just with hope, but with this firm assertion of God's absolute control and guaranteed victory.
Think about that tension, that mix of soaring praise and raw vulnerability.
Yeah, and the total reliance on God, proclaimed right after expressing that feeling of being let down.
These shifts in perspective within one prayer are quite something.
So maybe consider, how does this challenge our own ideas about faith? Can faith include these moments of wrestling, of feeling distant? And what about dependence? How do we navigate relying on God versus our own efforts, especially when facing setbacks?
How do we find confidence when things look bleak? Psalm 108 really packs a complex emotional and theological punch. Definitely something to mull over.